Jai Shri Ram. Text completion. Let's look at the words below. Assimilated, absorb. Exculpate, pardon, pardon. If a person is accused of a crime and the court acquits him, that is exculpate. Hierarchy, levels of authority in any organization. Plebiscite, public vote on a single political question. Do you want to be with India or independent? Kashmir, you see, Nehru promised them a plebiscite. Anyway, plebiscite. Synonym is referendum. 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 Switzerland is a country which runs on referendums or plebiscites because it's a direct democracy. It's a small country, so they can afford to have plebiscites and referendums and run their country by direct voting. All the public vote on a political question. Transcendence, that means rising above, going beyond. Okay, we have become so democratic in our habits of thought that we are convinced that truth is dashed through a dash of facts. Okay, now please pause. If you look at the sentence, it says we have become so democratic, so there is a negative tone. The sentence is saying that this is not good. Being so democratic is not good. So the tone of the sentence is equally important when you are working. So take a pause, and I am also working. So the answer has to be determined, truth is determined through a plebiscite of facts. That means in this sentence, this is a criticism of democracy. Because in this sentence, what is being said is that we believe that the majority opinion is true. We can decide what is good, what is truth, based on what the majority says. Vox populi, vox Dei. Vox, populi, populi, vox, vox, Dei. It's a Latin quote which means the voice of the people is the voice of God. I don't agree. The voice of the people, vox populi, vox bullshit. I disagree totally. That's my quote. So I leave it at that. I think you have understood. Let's go to the next one. Abridgment, condensation. Bibliography, list of books that you have referred to while writing this book. Epitaph, inscription on the tombstone about the person and his greatness, blah blah blah. Okay. The first 40 years of life gives us the text. The next 30 supply the. Now this is a deeply philosophical question. You need to reflect deeply, ponder on this. When you have a text, what do you need to know in order to understand the text? So take a pause. I've worked on it. I've understood it straight away. So if I give you shlokas, Bhagavad Gita shlokas, so that text is there. Or if I give you any novel written by an author whose vocabulary is very powerful, so the text is there for you. So what do you need next? What you need next is the commentary. Otherwise you won't understand what's the text. Okay, that's the answer. That was a tough one. Next. Let's look at the words below. Engagement in indifference to, retreat from, go back. Blank to, critically. Critical depends on the situation how you use this word. We know this word anyway. Inversely, you know that. Marginally, that means to a very small extent. The leader of the group is the passionately committed crimand whose dash politics is dash proportional to his disciples' lapsed political faith. Okay, that means this man, crimand, is passionately committed while his disciples have no faith. Lapse means something that has been lost. So political faith has been lost. So you have a situation where the leader is passionately committed but the disciples have no faith. So that's a fairly easy one. Take a pause and work on it, please. The answer obviously is whose. Since he is passionately committed, the word should be engagement in. And the other fellows, his disciples, have lapsed faith. That means is inversely. That's it. Next one. Contradictions, digression or digression, both pronunciations are allowed. It means going away from a topic, going tangentially. Downturn is going down. Blank 2. Recidivist is a person who cannot be reformed. A criminal who will go back to a life of crime after the rehabilitation. Now the word rehabilitation means trying to reform a criminal so that he can live a normal life in society again. Rehabilitation also means helping a drug addict get rid of his addiction. So recidivism is the tendency to slide back into a life of crime. Recuperative, recovering from an illness. Okay. Now please take a pause. Okay, wait, I'll read it. Although the economy suffers dash, it also has strong dash and self-correcting tendencies. Okay. Now the word although indicates a contrast. This is an easy one. Take a pause, please. I'm also working. The answer is downturns for the first blank, and second blank should be recuperative. Jai Shri Ram.